Hey Kickstarter, we're back. And this is Iceland, the over-photographed island in the North Atlantic Ocean with sweeping landscapes and a friendly drone flying policy. And this is Moment Air, the future of filmmaking for drones.
It was nutty, yeah. Drone anamorphic? What?
This time last year, we put anamorphic lenses on phones, giving users a crispy cinematic aspect ratio with buttery flares. But this year, we wanted to go a step further. So we asked the team if it was possible to put anamorphic lenses on DJI drones.
Yes, this should be possible.
So that's what we did. Introducing Moment Air, the first ever drone anamorphic lens, the lightest drone filters, and the thinnest drone controller fitting iPhone case. The campaign is now live. This is our 5th Kickstarter, and we need your help to make these products take off. Feel free to scroll down the page and check out the new gear. And if you really want to see what it all can do, stick around, because we just spent 4 days in Iceland not sleeping to get you that footage. Vamos.
Dear passengers, welcome to Iceland, the home of Iceland Air, where the local time is 9:30.
What's up?
Since this trip was all about flying drones, we had to bring in 2 masters of the sky. Dirk Dallas, the cinematic captain behind the craze from Where I Drone, and Ani, a creative goddess who doesn't just think outside the box. She doesn't even know what the box is. These 2 joystick controlling creatives are exactly what this trip needed to make sure that the footage was exceptionally buttery. That's why you might be watching this right now thinking, wow, that is buttery. The rest of the crew consisted of Comrade Yuri, picture taker, Spencer, aka the Gimbler, Ashley, the Defender, who is loud and uncomfortable but made for a beautiful frame, and of course, Niles and myself. Right, so now that the light is better, we're going to get some footage. The first evening we rolled out on a dust-covered road in search of that dripping gold light. The Mavic 2 Pro with the anamorphic lens took its maiden Icelandic voyage. With the flares looking even better than we expected, we kept driving as the sun dipped behind the misty mountains. Location number 2. Ani and Niles suited up in their recently purchased Amazon spacesuits and took a walk into the river mouth. Spencer kept a close eye on the personnel and the gear. Teamwork was in full effect.
Look at that. Do you see that? Oh my gosh, they're glowing.
Dude, you guys are glowing. Just keep doing it.
That is how you send it for the subs.
At this point, it was 2 a.m. The sun never truly sets in the land of fire and ice, and the team was growing weary. The reality of a 4-day trip with no sleep had started to sink in.
Almost fell asleep driving, and now we gotta get up in an hour, roughly.
Probably not enough time to charge drone batteries.
Everyone's pumped, obviously. This is a Sendy one.
At this point, you might be asking yourself, what the fudge is an anamorphic lens? So here's Niles sitting on an old snowmobile to tell you more.
So if you are unfamiliar with what an anamorphic lens is, it is basically the pinnacle of all cinematic footage. This is the thing that takes your footage to the next level. You're gonna get those amazing flares, you're gonna get that cinematic aspect ratio so you don't have to throw black bars on your footage anymore, and also you're gonna get that 1.33x squeeze, which means you're compressed in the middle, but still wide. So obviously this is not the exact lens that we put on our phones. This has been completely re-engineered to fit the Mavic system.
All right, let's go over some specs.
The lens is feather light. We used aerospace grade composites to keep it as light as possible, maintaining peak gimbal functionality. We had to completely rethink how we built the lens with a totally different assembly. It attaches with a 2-part cage mount that seamlessly locks the lens and counterweight onto the DJI camera. It's secure, sleek, and keeps your footage looking as smooth as the foam in your overpriced cappuccino. The glass. Oh, that glass. Stunning, cinematic quality with a wide 2:3:9 aspect ratio and delivering those tasty flares. The world hasn't seen this much cinematic goodness from a Mavic until now.
What up, dude?
The crew, feeling a bit fatigued but eager to keep shooting, thought it was a good idea to get food.
We're finally getting some food.
10 cheeseburgers at the local gas station was the only thing that felt like a good idea at the time. Spencer's fault.
We got 10 burgers.
With full stomachs, we ventured onward with some local intel of new, un-Instagrammed Iceland locations, with fields as pure as snow, but grass. The shimmering glass of the Anamorphic Lens sparkled as it took to the sky, like a rare, elegant bird. Like a swan meets an eagle, but can record 4K D-Log with 10-bit color and a 2:3:9 aspect ratio. The sleep deprivation was really starting to set in. The long hours and constant hustle attitude was taking its toll as we ventured further down the southern coast.
Center over the glaciers. This looks like, what he's doing looks like Old Town Road. I mean, Fortnite. I mean.
Cut my knee. Got gas in the wind. Diesel sprayed all over me. Eating some chips. 1 in the morning.
We totally missed sunset, so now is the perfect time to tell you about our filters.
So the next product that we want to talk about is filters. These little drone filters right here, we're excited to be making our own version of them. We think they're the best, most lightweight version, most cinematic version of drone filters you are able to buy. We are making a set of ND filters and a set of circular polarizing filters that mount either over the anamorphic lens, but also just a set for your drones. So if you don't want to shoot on the anamorphic lens, you can shoot these awesome high quality filters just on your drone. All right, let's dive into the nitty-gritty tech specs of these filters.
Rugged and advanced hydrophobic coatings, scratch-resistant glass, and shatterproof construction, these filters are engineered to work perfectly with the filter mounts on both Mavic 2 drones. We used aerospace-grade aluminum and found a way to squeak out as much weight as possible to make these the lightest filters currently available. We used the crispiest optics imaginable with cinema-quality glass and advanced proprietary coatings. Sometimes the lack of sleep can have its advantages. As the crew found its way to this black sand beach, Ani decided to get out some lights in the moon suits once again. Pairing some unique light in our anamorphic lens is the best way to stop someone mid-scroll in their feed. At this point, we were unsure what was night and what was morning, so we decided to point our compasses back north and begin the sleepy drive home. We pulled off for a couple more shots and soon realized Iceland wasn't as big as we thought. We ran into Maddie.
All right, we are way out in the middle of Iceland, obviously, and we have Maddie, hi, Matthew, and Maddie's brother Teppo. And on top of all that, is that you're shooting? We have...
Welcome to the pizza shop. Gourmet Costco Icelandic pizza. Look at this.
You owe me an anamorphic lens for that slice.
Okay.
2 anamorphic lenses now.
I'll do
2
it.
slices.
This is worth it.
2. Can you get in the middle and we just have a bite with all you guys? 2 anamorphic lenses.
Feeling accomplished from shooting this much footage and making a Kickstarter video, in about 3 days, we made our way back to Reykjavik. And last but not least, our ultra-thin photo case.
So since I can remember, every time I've put my phone into my drone controller, I've had to remove my case. This fixes that problem. It's super thin, so you can slide it right into that DJI controller. It also will fit in a gimbal, also can mount moment lenses. If you're looking to rig your phone out with any accessory for filmmaking, this is the one to get.
Ultra thin and ultra lightweight construction made of high-end composite materials. This case is specifically designed to fit into every drone controller, mobile gimbal, tripod clamp, and work with every mobile microphone. It provides optimum grip for shooting and clamping into rigs, and of course, it provides a mounting point for moment lenses.
It's the final day of our trip. We are pumping gas into the Defender. Ashley has been a great ride. We're excited about all the products for Kickstarter. Thank you very much for watching this adventure and support and back the project. Thank you.
And that was that. We completely crumb-packed our time in Iceland, and we are stoked on the results from the new products. With harsh winds, no sleep, some good attitudes, and an even better product, this is the future of filmmaking for drones, and we hope you back the campaign.
What's up? Haven't had food in 14 hours.
What up?
What up, Dirk?
We just wrapped.
Captain's log, morale is very low. We need to drive back to the Airbnb, pack up our stuff, get food, get sleep, get coffee.
And make it to the airport.
Yeah. I'm not sure if morale will go back to its peak on this trip, but maybe in the next video.
We milked the batteries and we milked the crew.
Literally, yeah.
Dude, I'm so milked right now.
Latte milk.